Hey man, you like those chocolate bars? All those chocolatey goodies, chocolate ice cream and all that. I do too. Who doesn't? I'm sure that you've seen all these articles over the past year, maybe even past few years, talking about, oh man, there we go. Ooh, now I have more of a tan now, don't I? Anyways, I'm sure that you've seen over the past years articles talking about how healthy chocolate is, dark chocolate is. And I'm one of the guys that I do believe chocolate is healthy, and more speaking about actual cocoa. The 100% cocoa is the healthy part. That's what brings out all the health benefits. Cocoa or dark chocolate, you know, has been known to reduce insulin levels or reduce the insulin resistance within your body. So basically just insulin levels won't get spiked up as much when you have chocolate in your body and you also have sugar in your body. However, that's a very contradicting statement, because yes, researchers say that, you know, it reduces insulin resistance. However, what happens, I believe dark chocolate is classified as dark chocolate when it's like 40 or 50% cocoa. And a bar that is 40-50% cocoa is called dark chocolate. However, it is only 50% cocoa. What's the other half of that chocolate? More than like 75% or whatever is sugar. So how can that dark chocolate reduce, cause, reduce insulin resistance? How can it do that if a chocolate bar has that much sugar? It's pretty much like cancels each other out. If it probably actually increases the insulin resistance in your body. So that being said, when you are actually looking for dark chocolate, well, let's go over what else dark chocolate does. Well, it actually reduces cravings. It helps stop a lot of food cravings. It reduces stress, cortisol levels. Cortisol levels can actually affect your the amount of fat that you store within your body. Different things like that. It actually does contain a lot of it contains a little bit of caffeine, as well as other minerals that actually act as a stimulant within your body. So when you're drinking a hot chocolate and you have a little bit of a buzz, well, that hot chocolate again doesn't contain a lot of cocoa compared with the sugar levels. However, it does act as a little bit of a stimulant. So sometimes kids get a little bit whacked, but that's also due to the sugar and the marshmallows that they put into that hot chocolate. There's also different components in there that actually can act as a little bit of an antidepressant. That, I guess, is related to all the stress levels, reducing stress and all that. Now, moving forward, chocolate, dark chocolate. If you're going to classify dark chocolate as healthy, the minimum dark chocolate that I feel that you should eat is 70%. But even 70% I think is a little bit whack. It's not bad, but let's see here. 4 squares, that's 40 grams, contains 19 grams of fat, but it's not necessarily that bad fat. It's pretty good fat in there. And then it contains actually 12 grams of sugar per 40 grams. 12 grams of sugar. So, the ingredients listed here is chocolate, which is the cocoa, sugar, cocoa butter, etc. Let's move on, guys. 90%. Okay? This is 90%. 40 grams. We have a little bit more fat at 22 grams of fat. Again, cocoa contains fat. And it only has 3 grams of sugar. Moving on to my favorite bar, actually, which is 99%. And this contains 1 gram of sugar. It actually probably contains a lot less, actually. 3 grams of fiber, 1 gram of sugar, 25 grams of fat, 7 grams of protein. In fact, this entire bar contains 270 calories, 25 grams of fat, like I said, 7 grams of protein. You could eat this entire bar and not actually feel guilty. This is the one bar, like, I eat this chocolate very regularly. My mother always packed it for me whenever I was traveling. My friends absolutely hate this, and you know, it's an acquired taste. It's a very bitter chocolate, but if you do like it, go nuts. Lots of benefits from it, and in my opinion, it tastes great. However, a lot of people can't handle this because it's too cocoa-ish. I do recommend going for 90%. So, if you are gonna take dark chocolate as a healthy source, as part of your diet because it's healthy, then I recommend, like I said, 90%. I know I was talking about 70%. There's an 85 and an 80% out there as well. I'm sure there's other ones. I'm only talking about Lindt because this is the most popular one around, I think. At 3 grams of sugar per 4 squares per 40 grams, it's not too shabby. There's a dramatic difference between the flavor of the 90% and the 99%. However, if you still can't stand this, try the 85, try the 80, try the 70 if you have to. But don't think that dark chocolate at 40 or 50% is going to be too beneficial for you at all. If you're going to go all out and you really want to incorporate this into your diet and make sure it's healthy and think it's healthy and get all the benefits from it, go for 99%. Go for it 90% if you can't taste that. Yep, that's pretty much my rant on dark chocolate. I love 99% cocoa chocolate. I think it tastes fantastic. There's actually ones out there, I think I've tried 100% cocoa. I don't know how they do 100% without, I don't know how they keep it that way. But anyways, didn't taste as great. This one just, I don't know, the 99% just tastes fantastic. I don't know what that 1% does, but it does something. But yeah, those are my thoughts on you know, dark chocolate and whether it is healthy or not. And like I said, it can be healthy if you know which chocolate to eat for the health benefits. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on chocolate, if you give a shit or not. Some people definitely don't, and they'll just go out and eat whatever. If you do care and you do, you know, like different kinds of chocolate, different percentages, different flavors, whatever, let me know in the comment box below. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please click that like button, maybe even share it. Maybe even do a video response. Maybe? Yeah, you could. Alright guys, thanks for watching. You guys stay sexy. You stay hungry! And of course, get laid if you can, alright? Cheers guys.